Hello, folks. I'm Jared Reimer in your Los Angeles newsroom with this week's Radio Connection Live radio news. We begin this week with several major developments from across the radio industry. One long-time Virginia radio station has gone silent. Classic Country The Point, 1340 WHAP, and translator 96.9 FM in Hopewell, Virginia, signed off the air on June 7th as owner David Gee announced his retirement after decades in broadcasting. The station had served listeners in the Hopewell and Petersburg area since 1949. The shutdown brings an end to one of Virginia's longest locally owned radio operations. Meanwhile, ownership changes are taking place in New York State. Border Media has assumed ownership of Adult Hits WLGR 93.5, serving the Glens Falls, Queensbury, and the Lake George region. The station is being acquired from Styx Media as part of a financial restructuring agreement. Border Media CEO Ricky Lee said, "Our goal is to provide stability and high-quality local media that genuinely connects with the community." Former owner Todd Nixon added, "I know WLGR is in excellent hands for its next phase of growth." In California's Monterey market, new ownership plans are taking shape for KRML. The new operators say they intend to continue focusing on local programming and community service while evaluating future opportunities for the station. The transaction represents another example of locally focused operators investing in radio properties despite the challenges facing the industry. In Austin, Texas, listeners of Vibe 93.3 will soon need to find the station at a new location on the dial. Following the announced sale of KGSR 93.3 to Norson Media, Waterloo Media plans to move the Vibe brand to another signal in the market. The move is designed to preserve the format while allowing the sale of 93.9 facility to move forward. Another format adjustment is taking place at KISS 107.9. The station is shifting from top 40 toward a hot AC presentation as part of a broader effort to standardize playlists across multiple stations. Industry observers say the move reflects an increasing trend toward centralized programming and national playlist strategies. Speaking of national strategies, iHeartMedia has announced the launch of Audiograph, a new advertising platform designed to provide advanced audience targeting and measurement for broadcast radio advertisers. The company says the technology will allow marketers to better understand campaign performance and audience engagement while helping broadcasters compete more effectively for advertising dollars in an increasingly data-driven media environment. And despite all the talk about streaming, podcasting, and digital audio, a new study from Edison Research finds the AM/FM radio remains the number one source of daily audio consumption in the United States. The report shows that traditional radio continues to reach more Americans on a daily basis than any other audio platform, reinforcing radio's role as a powerful and resilient medium even as listening habits continue to evolve. Before we end today, a quick programming note for those of you who listen to Radio Connection Live on our affiliate Z103.us, better known as Z Country. We have some important news for you. This week, Radio Connection Live will end its run on that station as the station's owner prepares to shut down Z Country. So, if you've been listening to Radio Connection Live on Z Country, this week marks the end of our affiliation with that station. However, if you don't want to wait for Radio Connection Live to air on your favorite affiliate, you can hear our entire program anytime through the Radio Connection Live podcast. Not only can you hear today's program, but you can also access nearly 400 episodes of Radio Connection Live content, including full weekly broadcasts, exclusive interviews, commentary segments, special air checks, bonus content that never aired on the radio, and possibly more. Shall your news desk anchor add? The Connection Live podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts. And that's this week's look at news. I'm Jared Reimer. Thanks for listening to Radio Connection Live. And now, back to our Tampa studios. Here's Jamie T.